Hey Aquarius, what's going on? We're here with a timeless reading. Welcome. All right, I'm seeing Two of Cups and Temperance. It looks like something is worth it to you to be connecting with, but it also may be not the easiest process. We're starting off with Four of Cups. I'm seeing something here about, looks like these light brown shoes or boots or something. Okay, we have Justice, Queen of Swords, and also the High Priestess. I want to get more on this. What's coming to mind immediately, looking at Four of Cups and Justice, there can be a turning away from something because of like some type of obligation, whether this be like a commitment or something morally. Like justice is generally seen as like the right thing to do. And this is like not taking something on, and so it feels like turning away from something or not being interested in something or like rejecting something or saying no because it's the right thing to do. So there may be, it feels like there's something like an obligation that's tied into this that's connected with why somebody would be like turning away from something or saying no. They feel like this is a boundary that needs to be set. To have the High Priestess here though, this can be like a reason that they're keeping to themselves. We're going to get further and see. This is an act of discernment. What is this? I'm not seeing what this person is being offered. It's like something that can't fit on their plate. It looks like with everything else that they have going on. That's why they had to say no. Whatever this is. And also too, like if this is your energy, you may have to reject something or say like not right now or turn away from something because you have other stuff going on. Justice can also be this sense of, I'm really trying to keep the balance here. Seeing Libra, and I'm also seeing the moon. I'm hearing officiate. Yeah, this feels like, let me just paint the picture for what I'm seeing. You see person A approaching person B, and person A is like, here person B, do you want this? And person B is turning away. and it's because they can't take on whatever person A is handing to them because they have something else that they're doing over here where it looks like they're trying to maintain the balance with this, and it's most likely like a commitment of theirs, the way that I'm seeing justice be connected with this. And so this person feels like they're prioritizing something that they're trying to balance, but because the High Priestess is here, it feels like whatever this is that person B has going on, this may be something that they're keeping to themselves. And so person A wouldn't have been aware of that. And so, like, I don't know which person you are within this. I don't know if you try to offer somebody something or give them something and they didn't take it, or you're the one that had to like turn away from something because you have something else going on. But that's sort of the scenario of what I'm seeing here. But it seems like the person that was coming in to say like, here, do you want this? They didn't know about what was on the plate of the person that was like, I can't be taking this on. Something like that. Because this person that's turning away, I'm seeing that they have a lot on their plate. It also seems like they're needing to like prioritize things in a balanced way that's connected with sort of what they have going on right now, and so they may be not as open as they normally are. Yeah, it's feeling like energetically a busier time, but that may not have been, it feels like maybe something wasn't explained. Can be the vibe. It's funny the way that the energy is coming through. I feel like it's very easy to switch either of these perspectives, which sometimes within the reading it comes through where it's like one perspective is very easy to see everything through. With this one, I'm seeing a couple different things. Like, it seems like if you were the one that came through and tried to give somebody something and they said no, you may think that you may be in a space. I'm seeing Hanged Man, I'm seeing Nine of Cups, I'm seeing Five of Pentacles, and I'm seeing Two of Cups. You can be in a space where you were like, I'm trying to give them something because I want something that's connected with that, like with this person or whatever this is that's on the receiving end. And you may feel like without this, it's keeping you from something that you want. It feels like it's connected with a connection or connecting in some way. But with the Hanged Man here, it shows that not everything may be as it seems. What this means, more simply put, is that like somebody could think that they want something, but they don't actually know what the reality of that thing would be if they were to get it, and it may not be aligned in the way that they think that it is. That's why this is connected with the Hanged Man. So it can be like, I have this fantasy of this thing, or I have this idea about this thing, but Hanged Man shows like not everything is being seen clearly or accurately, but it's associated with something that somebody thinks that they want and they feel like they're not getting it, or that they don't have it, or that there's not an opportunity for it. And it feels like it's connected with connecting, because I'm like with Five of Pentacles and with Two of Cups, it's like I'm feeling like I'm lacking like intimacy, or like I'm lacking connection, like that type of thing. But to have the Hanged Man, it's like somebody may think that they're gonna maybe find that with someone, but that may not be the case within this situation. It can be like that sort of thing. Because what I'm seeing is like the High Priestess over here and the Queen of Swords, and so this feels like somebody that's like quite private with what it is that they have going on. And I'm also seeing too that there's like getting priorities in check, and one investing in the things that they feel like are important to them, especially connected with the like relationships that they have. And it also seems like there's, I wonder if this is all being explained just so there's like a knowing what's going on the other end of things. Anyway, it looks like the person that may have said no to this, they're focused on the things that they already have going on and like investing in maintaining the things that they have going on, and also focused now on sort of like maintaining where they are energetically, or even like recharging in some way energetically. It's like in order for them to feel stable, and keep in mind, like this can be your energy. If you're the one that you had to turn something down, I'm seeing that it was the thing that needed to be done, even though Four of Cups can be like, I wish that I could take that on, or like I don't like this feeling very much, but I know that this is the balanced thing to do. And so somebody, and this can be like on any level too, you know, somebody could be like, hey, will you do this favor for me? It's like something that another person wants to connect with you in some type of way, or give you something, or they're proposing something to you, or they're sharing something with you. And then having Justice and having Queen of Swords, it's about like one trying to maintain balance and also privacy too with the High Priestess here. And also there's a focus on like prioritizing current investments, especially when it comes to relationships, and also not doing anything that feels like it's depleting energetically. And I'm seeing there be a notion too where the person that like turned away from whatever this is feels like by them prioritizing, it allows them to stabilize something that they would feel like otherwise wouldn't be stable if they were just not using their discernment and maybe like accepting everything, or like saying yes to everything, or like responding to everything, whatever it is, whatever it may be that's being brought to a person. So they're like, I have to say no to this. I can't do this right now. So that can also be the thing too. It can be like maybe not a total like no, but it can be like now's not the time because I have all this other stuff going on. Trying to figure things out and prioritizing, and that's what leads to feeling like one has things together. And it feels too like this is a more balanced way for one to tend to what they have going on currently. Yeah. So those of you that you had to say no to something, or that you haven't given an answer yet, or whatever, I'm seeing your guides be like, do what needs to be done and prioritize. Because there's definitely a focus here on using your discernment, and you can't say yes to everything. That's a big part of this. So it may be something that you're looking at and you don't want to take it on. But some of you feel like you don't have room anyway for it. This is actually like, I'm seeing everything be aligned. Okay. Things may proceed in the next cycle. It may not be something that's happening now. This looks like something that's going to be continued in a future chapter. So let's say you were the one that was trying to make something happen with another person. Things may sort of be put on hold, and there's going to be something that happens later on, but it's not in this current cycle. It's not in this current chapter. For those of you that there was something that you couldn't take on, or you had to say no to something, that sort of thing, that's what the guidance is for you to be doing. So you're right on track with all of this. But you may have felt, there may have been something that you were feeling that was associated with this part of like having to say no or something like that, communicating that. Maybe that's something difficult for you, because we also see the Queen of Swords too, which is like about boundaries, and Justice, which is about doing things in a balanced way, but also Justice, the energy of Libra, that can be associated when it's in its shadow with like people pleasing and being like, I just want to say yes to everybody, or I want everybody to like me, or I want everybody to be happy with me, and then not setting boundaries, and then not feeling good about that because we're not respecting our values and we're not respecting our needs either. And we're not prioritizing, and then we feel unstable because of that. And it feels too like the way that the Queen of Swords is facing the High Priestess, which is connected with the Moon, which is connected with the emotion. This can mean not allowing my emotions to overtake logic when it's saying, because we have Queen of Swords here, I need to be in a logical space right now and think about things, and not in an emotional space solely to do this. I need there to be a sense of balance, but especially to not be overtaken by emotion. Because again, like those of you that you're saying no to something, it's guided for you to be doing exactly what you're doing. You're meant to be prioritizing things so they can be stable for you. You're meant to prioritize what you currently have going on, not take on whatever this other thing is that's coming through, because it's not time for that to be happening. And you would know that because it doesn't easily flow in or fit in with what you have going on. And you're doing this for the sake of your stability as well. It's very important that this is happening. And it feels too like some of you may be doing this for multiple relationships. This may not be one instance that this is happening within. This can be like anytime somebody's coming through and they're showing up and I feel like what they're trying to do with me is not resonating with me, I'm going to look at it and I'm going to prioritize the things that I have going on rather than taking on something that's not resonating with me or saying yes to something that's not resonating with me. For some of you, this can be like a specific person. For others of you, this is like your relationships in general, like your interpersonal relationships in general. And this is what you're going through with Saturn as well. Some of you have Cancer Saturn, Libra Saturn, Gemini Saturn, Pisces Saturn. Because I also see High Priestess as being the 12th house. You could have Saturn in your 12th house as well. That can also be connected with this too. Because I'm seeing like all of this revolves around Saturn, which is about like you need to be efficient and you need to advocate for yourself and you need to be connecting with how you feel and then responding appropriately and taking that into consideration. And I'm seeing like a lot of 3D stuff that you have to be doing the footwork with. But I'm also seeing too, it's like things that are going on that have emotional implications. And then you have to take action by communicating certain things or processing and thinking about certain things. And then you have to do the actual like behavior or action that's then connected with it, so it's all making sense, so it's all congruent with one another. So this is about things being congruent for you. And what this feels like at the end of the day is that whatever this is that's coming through, even if this is going to be like multiple times that this is happening, when something comes through and you feel like about it, like the way that I'm looking at this person, it almost feels like, you know when you have two magnets that go together and they just cling to one another, but then you flip it around and it pushes the other one away? That's sort of what this looks like. Like, see how this person looks like they're actually like migrating away from that? It's like when something is coming through, no matter what it is that's being offered to you. And there can also be like an emotional, like an emotional tether that this is connected with, because this is a cup. So it can be like how we can get hooked and then be like, well, I don't want to, but I'm doing it for them though, you know? But in a way where it's like, it's really not resonating with me at all, and I'm not listening to myself, and maybe I'll take it on anyway. This is about learning that lesson of like, when I'm feeling like this, I need to then communicate that. So you may be getting to a spot where, like, when you don't like something or you don't want something, you're more vocal with expressing that. Feels like a big process that's happening here, regardless of whether or not somebody's gonna like you because of that, you know? Like, this is how I feel, and that's what's gonna be communicated. Because we also have the energy of Gemini here too, and that can be like I'll tell you that I feel like this, and then turn around and be like, I actually didn't feel like that, you know? It can be like saying one thing and then actually feeling a different way. So this is about the congruence of things, and especially in a way that's connected with what's going on emotionally and what you're communicating then because of that. Some of you, this is feeling like a very uncomfortable process, but it's very necessary, and it's about you respecting your boundaries ultimately, and how that creates a prosperous environment for stability within your life, and you doing things that feel like they're of value to you. Doing things meaning prioritizing things and investing in things that hold a sense of value to you because they're aligned. Because when you take on things that aren't aligned, when you take on things that aren't resonating with you and you're investing in it, you're investing in things that don't hold value for you. And then you're like looking around at things and being like, why don't I cherish the things that I have? Or like, why do I not have nice things within my life, you know? Whether it be like connections or whatever else it is. So this is about going about this in a way where it's making sense for you, and there's that sense of congruence that all starts internally and then makes its way out externally. All right, I'm looking at Saturn, Gemini, Libra, and the Moon. Okay, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.